Ladies and gentlemen, this bout scheduled for 6 3-minute rounds in the super welterweight division. This bout is brought to you by Mark Nielsen of Nielsen Boxing in association with John Trethui of TM14 Promotions. This bout is sponsored by Allegra and Nutravita. This bout is sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control. Your area representative, Des Reese, your timekeeper at the bell, Anne Marie, and your third person in charge of the action in the ring, referee Rocky Israel. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. He is wearing the black trunks. His official weight of 11 stones, 1 pound. He is a veteran of 148 fights. Hailing from Hyde, Lancashire, England, United Kingdom. Introducing Dale Arrowsmith. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. He is wearing the black with orange trim. His official weight of 11 stones, 5 pounds. He is currently undefeated with 4 wins. Hailing from Clapton, London, England, United Kingdom. Introducing Tyler Marriott.
You already know the rules. Above all, protect yourself and obey my command at all times. Now watch, touch gloves, and good luck.
Seconds out, round 1.
The two contests that we've seen have been good, and this one should be a blinder as well.
Yeah, the first 2 ones set the pace for tonight. They were good contests, and we're hoping for it to just get better as it goes on.
Tyler Marriott is 4-0 at the moment. Hasn't boxed for 3 years. He was a super lightweight, now a super welterweight. So put on a couple of pounds in those 3-year break.
He has, because I was going to say, Arrowsmith, I'm sure I've seen him box at middleweight or, light middle. And Marriott, I do feel like I remember him sparring at the Peacock before, the old one. And he wasn't sparring any middleweights back then. So, yeah, it makes sense that you put on a couple of pounds.
Well, Dale Arrowsmith has won 6, lost 137. But has only been stopped 10 times. And his last victory was back in 2023. So he really would like to get one. But Marriott doing a good job here, taking 7 to the ring and taking control of this opening round. Nice confident start here, Radio.
I like from Taylor that jab. He's controlling his distance, he's pushing back the opponent. He seems to be in control of this fight here, and it looks like Dale is just keeping his hands high and tight, not really mounting much offense.
Well, we was talking about this earlier, Denzel, weren't we? The couple of opponents that were in the first couple of contests where they more often than not turn up and lose, but they do a great job defensively.
Yep.
We saw that in the last contest with Luke Thomas, who could give good prospect. Angelo, Antonio, a good workout. And also Descalu and Josh Cook. What a good defensive fighter Josh Cook was. And we've got another one here in Arrowsmith.
We do. And although these opponents don't give, the prospects trouble offensively, they give them a lot of trouble defensively, trying to break that guard and find openings. And having to use their brain and use their skill set to work their way to a victory. I think it does them more good than anything, to be honest.
Well, that's the first round in over 3 years under his belt now, Tyler Marriott, and he'll be pleased to get that one out the way. A little bit of ring rust, but seemed to slip into it quite nicely, working well behind the jab, taking centre of the ring. But he's going to have to be creative here, Denzel, isn't he? Because Arrowsmith, knows how to survive this guy. He's in his total comfort zone. He's there in the corner above us, just standing up, nice and relaxed. And that round, he'll be pleased with the way that went.
Yeah, he will be. He will be pleased with the way it went. He wasn't in any trouble offensively. He didn't take any damage, anything. Didn't really even feel the full power of Marriott. His covers were nice and tucked in, though nice and tight. Threw a shot every now and then when he needed to keep Marriott off him, and yeah, I mean he's cruising here.
Radio, what would you like to see Marriott do in this second round? What does he need to do?
Spencer, I'm a faith-based commentator. I'm always looking for the underdog to do something surprising. Every one of these nights, there's an upset. Somebody you're not expecting to come through does so. And with Arrowsmith just tucking up and holding tight with no offense even on his mind, it's a bit disappointing. I think Marriott is just going to be able to use him as a punching bag. But I hope with 5 rounds left to go that maybe Arrowsmith gets inspired and creates a peekaboo instead of just the peak.
Yep, Radio Raheem that loves the underdog, as you've just heard. He likes the upsets and wants to see a little bit more from Arrowsmith, as we would as well. But this is going the way that Marriott would like it to go, taking the centre of the ring and just looking for those openings. Just moving the head, trying to set those traps. But at the moment, Denz, Arrowsmith doing a great job defensively.
He is. But what I do like about Marriott, what we were talking about the last opponent, is he is targeting the body more. He's throwing nice jabs, but he is going to the body a lot more than we've seen in the last fight. Anyway, just like he is there, he's trying to find an opening, shoves him off a bit, but he's just throwing in too much singles. He's got to put more shots together, more combinations together. I don't think single shots are going to break the defense of Arrowsmith.
Yep.
What's he waiting for on the combination punching? There's nothing coming back. There's no danger really in doubling up, tripling even the jab. Unless Arrowsmith is willing to make Tyler hesitate, then I think Tyler should just let the kitchen sink go.
Yep, well, Tyler just trying to work his way into this one, round number 2. And he's just looking for those openings to stab the jab to the body there as well. He's got the right idea here, Dens, to be fair. Like you say, he was a little bit more creative than we've seen already tonight. He's looking for those openings. He's trying to draw the leads. He's trying to pull the arms down. He's doing everything well, but Arrowsmith defensively very solid.
Yeah, no, it is. The only thing I can critique here is he continued doing all of that, but just with more combinations, and one would get through at least, you know what I mean? Even if he just changes the tempo of the punches, tap, 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 boom, slipping a heavy one, you know what I mean? So I think he's got to, also, he is being crafty, but he's got to be a little bit more creative, I should say.
Yep, just doubling up on the jab there and letting the right hand go to the body. Just there you go, just work the angles there. That was good.
That was good. That was good.
Because for the first time there, Radio, we just saw that he lost Arrowsmith momentarily, and that's what he needs to do to create those traps.
Yeah, set these traps and close the show. I mean, there's, again, nothing coming back. And there is a bit of opportunity here for Arrowsmith who's just not taking advantage of. The elbows are a bit high at times for Marriott, and the more comfortable he gets in there, the easier it is, the more switched off he'll be defensively. So why can't Arrowsmith just maybe take advantage once Tyler just gets so creative and comfortable that he doesn't think anything's ever coming back? That's now his only chance. We're going now into only 4 rounds after this one. There's not much left of this fight for Arrowsmith to turn it up.
Yeah, well, you just feel that Arrowsmith, having his 144th fight, and he's only won 6 of those, sometimes you lose ambition and the will to want to win, and the moral victory for these guys is staying on their feet and being able to turn up here again next week on whatever show it is, or we've actually got one tomorrow night. Here we go. How about this then, Denzel? You'd like this one? Tomorrow night, TalkSport Boxing YouTube channel. We're back, same time, same place. there might be a place for Arrowsmith on there.
There might be, if he keeps that defense tight enough. What
are you doing tomorrow, mate? Can you still make super well? Or he'll step up to middle.
He'll step up, yeah.
He'll step up.
after he fights tonight, he's going to weigh in again, so he can box more.
Stars get made on nights like this. I'd say, for Tyler's sake, I'd start showing off. We're in the 3rd round of 6. Like, I want to win some fans.
Fair enough. You may as well do a little bit of showboating.
Yeah,
that doesn't hurt anyone.
Do you know what? I just think for Tyler Marriott, who's been out the ring for 3 years, he'll be just glad to be back in there, and he's feeling his way in. And to be fair, his timing's been good tonight. Like, when you have a long layoff like that, it can take rounds to get into it, to grow into it, build the confidence. But he's gone in there with a game plan and he's stuck to it, and he's working well. He's starting to pick the pace up a little bit. You saw him trying to pull the hands there, trying to be a bit creative.
Yep.
I like what I'm seeing here from Marriott.
Yeah, no, I do, because he's got someone in him that's very defensive responsible, but he's throwing the loads of different. His punch selection's good. Like he said, he's trying to move the guard down of Arrowsmith. He's pushing him off, shoving him off, going to the body, going to there, trying to throw uppercut, sneaking it into the midsection of the body, and that. He's throwing a different variation of shots, which is really good to see from him, especially from someone that's been out there for 3 years.
Yeah, totally agree. Unfortunately, Radio, your man Arrowsmith, he's not really doing too much at the moment. He's not. I don't think he's heard you, mate. You may have to speak up here, because
Well, I heard that Arrowsmith don't want to miss a thing. He's missing every opportunity here tonight. And for Tyler's sake, to your point, if you're coming back off a long layoff, I should say, this is the kind of fight you want. Yeah. He's able to work into the fight, get his timing back. He's really not counter-punching, so timing's not going to be an issue. Yeah. It's really just him landing punches where he wants to and his punch selection, which is getting more creative as the fight goes on. I mean, this is maybe just a tick up from a gym workout, if even that. I've seen some wars and the sparring that can eclipse the action here. But you're right. I think he'll be happy to go back to the locker room and feel like he's back on his game.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, he's definitely been in tougher spars than he has in this fight, but he hasn't also been presented with these problems where the person he's sparring is so defensively responsible. So this is another problem he has to solve tonight. And I think he's doing really good solving it. Like I said, the punch selection is good. But I also say, I know he's been out for 3 years, but I also say ring rust is for people that don't stay in the gym.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Like he looks in great shape, Marriott. Forget that we said he was a super lightweight coming back as a super welter. Yeah. He's definitely filled out, that's for sure. He's not carrying any weight at all. But I like what I'm seeing here, from Marriott, because he's getting inside. And you look at those where he's pulling the gloves down and letting the shots go, and he's trying to be creative against a guy who don't get stopped a lot, who's been in with a lot of good fighters, and defensively is very sound. We were talking about this earlier in the night, actually, Denz, weren't we, when we were saying when you get a guy in there that just wants to survive and don't have any ambition, and the moral victory for him is just losing on points, that's a difficult guy to get rid of. That's a difficult guy to be creative with, you know, just to steal his soul, to break his heart.
Yeah, no, it's true. And then in that instance, you just got to hit him everywhere. You have to do something else to make people look and think this guy's a good fighter. And even though the guy that doesn't want to get stopped is very crafty and responsible, this guy's a whole nother level.
In this round, we saw the 2s and 3s coming behind the 100%. Single shots from Marriott. Yep. Now we were getting what we want to see, and I think get comfortable enough in the next round, he might start showing off, which is what I've asked for. Maybe taking some chances and going for big money shots. I don't see why not. And here's the thing, Spence, maybe lucky number 7. Lucky number 7 is what Dale Arrowsmith is chasing. If I were in the corner, I'd be trying to motivate him any kind of way.
Listen, you never know, mate. You never know. He's had 6 victories. He'll be looking for that number 7 for sure. But at the moment, it has all been Tyler Marriott for sure. He's dominated those opening 3 rounds. I think he's been picking up the pace round by round, and I'm expecting him to do better here in this second half. I know that you love the underdog radio. We was out there in Ghana, us 3 in the comms, in the commentary position, me and Denzel, mate. I've got to hand it to you. I mean, talk about wanting the underdog to win.
Every single one. And those guys wanted to win. They had less talent than maybe we're going to see tonight, but more heart and desire than you could ever ask for. I love that spirit, and my favorite thing is an upset. It's my favorite thing in boxing. I want Dale Arrowsmith to dream on.
Yeah, well, he's certainly hanging in there at the moment, that's for sure, and he looks very much in his comfort zone. The peekaboo style was, as we see with these journeymen who turn up week in, week out to give these young fighters a workout, and he's definitely doing that, Denz, isn't he? This Arrowsmith knows his way, man. Look, covering up so well.
He's made Marriott use every bit of his arsenal without giving him any offensive problems. But you've seen Marriott having to work both sides of the body. He's even worked his angles. He's come through the middle with the left, come through the middle with the right. Look, just like he did there. Maybe, yeah, it could be a little low, but he's done it. Every bit of his arsenal he's shown tonight.
Yeah.
And he still hasn't been able to fully crack.
I actually think that landed on the belt, and Arrowsmith hasn't really earned himself this kind of break. You know what I mean?
I thought it was on the belt line as well, but...
Hold on, mate. Arrowsmith's your man. You know, you're meant to be backing him.
I've forgotten.
All of a sudden, you want the underdog to lose. What's going on here?
I don't like the moaning.
That just tells me I think the body shots are starting to take a toll on Arrowsmith.
Yeah, look, he just crept through there and just going through the guard a little bit, and he is starting to bend, and he's complaining again. You're right, Denzel. He picked up well there. Look at the angles there from Marriott. This is good work from him. Very creative, and he's slowly, systematically chipping away here.
You mentioned this early, Denzel. He is working to the body, and he's putting that money in the bank.
Yep.
I think he may get a chance to withdraw it before the end of the sixth.
See, the problem we've got is that Marriott can hear us, and he's listening to Denzel Bentley. And unfortunately for you, mate, Dale Arrowsmith, your mic must have been switched off.
I got to be a better halftime coach. I got to get this guy inspired. I've tried everything. I've even used all the Arrowsmith songs. Nothing's happening. We need to put some music on. Yeah, you can see now a little bounce in Tyler's step there. His timing, he's doing exactly what he wants to do. And it has opened Arrowsmith up. He's going to have more targets now to work with.
This is probably the first time of the fight we've seen Arrowsmith backing up, going on the back foot. He's not really sitting in the pocket covering up no more. He's trying to find breathers going backwards. He's lifting his head up. He's coming out of that guard, trying to find a breather like he is now. And Marriott needs to take advantage of that and just close that gap.
Yeah.
Yep. I think you're right, though. You picked up on it early. I think the body shots may have slowed Arrowsmith up somewhat. And it seems to be that was a much more difficult round, number 4, than it was the previous 3.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for Arrowsmith, we've got another 2 to go. This is a 6th round up.
Even with only 2 rounds to go, I think Tyler should continue to go to the body. We saw that be effective in this round. He's starting to get the hands dropped. He's opening up the guard. Go to the body with a 2-punch combination, and then upstairs, we might get some highlight reels out of this one.
Yeah, and if he stops Arrowsmith, that's a big statement. He's been stopped 10 times in over 170 fights.
Yeah, and this guy has been in with some good prospects. He's certainly been around the block.
Arrowsmith knows how to not get stopped, but it's countered by Tyler, who knows how to win so far. I think he'd love to have a KO on his record coming back after this long layoff for number 5.
Yep, 4-0 with no knockouts so far, so looking for that first knockout as well, but he's picked a difficult guy to get it with in Daryl Arrowsmith, who's lost 133 and won just 6, but this guy knows his way around the ring, that's for sure.
How much of a confidence builder is a fight like this for a fighter, Spence, especially after a layoff like it's been for Marriott?
Oh, massive. We've seen with Marriott as the rounds have gone on, he's progressively got better. The confidence is there. He's found his rhythm. So, like, he'll be loving this. He wouldn't have wanted to go in here and have a 1-round, 2-round blowout for sure, because he needs those rounds under his belt to get back in the groove, get back in the swing of things. It's all about turning up the venue, the arena, the occasion, you know, the dealing with the emotional pressure. All of that stuff you have to take into consideration, because that's what the fighters are going through right now. That's the buzz, that's the endorphin release.
And
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. It is, you know, being back under the lights and, you know, he's having a shutout performance. And before I carry on, I said Arrowsmith had 170 fights. I meant over 140. I correct myself. I apologize, guys. Don't grill me.
Listen, mate, no one said you was a mathematician. Don't worry about it. You're fine, man. You're fine.
Took me a while to calculate the numbers.
You know, it's an example of good matchmaking, too, because you look at the record, you think, oh, well, this is just a knockover fight. But part of matchmaking is knowing who your fighter needs to fight and win.
Yeah,
Obviously, Marriott's on the A side, as we say, of this card, and he needs these kind of rounds. And you get the right opponent to give him rounds and also test him a bit. I think, you know, as much as Arrowsmith hasn't mounted an offense, if Marriott wasn't up to the task, it would be a tough fight for him. He knows how to operate in there.
I'll tell you what it is with fighters like Arrowsmith is that if you give them an inkling, if you give them a little opportunity, then they'll go for it, they'll grow into it, they'll go. But if you put them in their place early, they're happy to go into that little defensive mode and just covering up and go into survival mode is probably a better way of putting it. But you give those guys an inch, they take the mile.
Yeah, 100%. You do not want to show them any sign of weakness, because then they'll just have fun with you in there. They know what they know what the job is. They know what they're there to do. But if you make them feel like they can take advantage of you, they will.
You got to convince him, the opponent, in the first round that he has no chance to win. You make him think, hey, maybe this is my 5th win or my 7th win.
Yeah.
He'll start going for it for the next 5 rounds.
Yep.
See, Radio, I think we should have told you that before you wanted Arrowsmith to win by knockout early on.
I'm going to lose my train fare on this guy.
Another good round here from Tyler Marriott, who's pushing forward, being creative, working the body well. And Arrowsmith happy just to hold on in the middle of the ring. They're coming to the end of this 5th round. It's been a dominant performance. First 4 rounds for us. Tyler Marriott has got and won convincingly. And I think that's round number 5 in the bank as well.
Yeah, unfortunately, Marriott's gone away from the body in this round, and it's kind of created a reset. Arrowsmith has tucked right back up, gotten able to get his defenses mounted again, and now Marriott in this last round's got to find a new way through.
Yeah, what are you looking for here, Denz? How would you like to see Marriott finish this one? Look, it's been a good performance, 3 years off, 3 year layoff, and you look at what he's grown into this round by round. What do you want to see here in the 6th round?
I think that I was most impressed with his 4th round. I would like to see him finish like he did in the 4th round. He used a lot of angles, a lot of body shots, and you know, his work rate was unbelievable. I think in that last round, what happened was he found a few shots to the head of Arrowsmith and thought, let me continue. I finally opened him up. Let me continue going there, and forgot about the body as much. I like to see him go back to the body, finish where he started his investment, and you know, maybe he could get a stoppage in this last round, maybe not. But I think it's been incredible work either way, and I think he's won every round.
Seconds out, 6th and final round.
Well, this has been a good little contest over 6 rounds in the super welterweight division. The undefeated Tyler Marriott looking to go 5-0, and he's only 3 minutes away from that on our cards for sure. He's been dominant from the opening bell, and he started this round well, Radio, putting the shots together.
Here comes the show-off round. Now he's looking for a highlight. Now he should blow a kiss to Arrowsmith's girlfriend in the front row to get him engaged just a little bit. You got to find an opening any way you can.
You just want your man to throw some punches. We know what's going on here.
Wants to find a haymaker.
Oh, yeah. You're right. Arrowsmith has just resigned to survive in this final round. There are opportunities here for him to at least stick the jab out, touch Marriott, and he's not taking that opportunity in the least.
No, but if he does that, he leaves himself open to get shot. And at the moment, Marriott is the guy that's pushing forward, throwing the punches in bunches. And for someone like Arrowsmith, you go, mate, I want to get paid tomorrow. I'm turning up. I've got Denzel Bentley on the bill. Give him a little workout before he gets out to Ghana or Nigeria.
Oh, you've already begun.
He's already warming up.
It's because the Ghanaian team's in the house tonight. You know, it's got me.
Triple threat. He's getting in the scales right after this, mate. He's ready.
That's it. That's
Still
it.
fresh. Look at him smiling. He's enjoying himself in there, Arrowsmith.
I'm sure
It's been a good fight, though. I mean, when you're in a good fight, you know, and you enjoy it. He knows this kid that he's in with is good. He probably didn't expect this, you know, hearing he's coming off a 3-year layoff.
Yeah, it's been a workman-like performance from Marriott for sure. He's gone in there and he's sort of like been picking it up, and there's a few little tricks from Marriott as well, like the way he's pulling the hands down on the inside, and he's creating the angles, stepping off the side, throwing the shots through the middle. Arrowsmith there, to be fair to him, that was low.
Yeah, well, Arrowsmith has turned out to be a better referee than a fighter tonight. He's certainly been able to call the action in that sense.
Well, that was a low shot there, and the referee has recognised that, and has he deducted a point there?
I think they're belt line, to be honest, but I think Arrowsmith is very smart, and I think he's playing on it. I think he's playing on it. He's finding breathers every day. He's an experienced man. He knows what he's doing.
Yes.
There he goes again now. Marriott just picking it up. You know you got that clock in your head.
Yeah.
He knows now
He
he's
knows.
in his last 30 seconds. He's thinking, right,
You feel it.
let me try and get the showstopper here against the Arrowsmith, so he don't turn up to box Denzel Bentley tomorrow here at the York Hall, Bethnal Green.
I don't hit low, I promise, Arrowsmith.
Well, this argument that we've been having famously with Dubois and Usyk for months, I don't see any belly buttons, so I say everything on the trunk line is fair.
Yeah, yeah.
Good body shot there from Marriott. Just whipped that round the sides. But
That's a
great
good
performance, to be fair, from Daryl Arrowsmith, who's covered up well. We threw a left hook there that seemed to get through.
That one punch stat coming from Arrowsmith, I finally got him to throw it. That's a success for us. We'll be back.
He'll be back.
There you go, Radio Raheem knew he had it in him. He knew he had the shot there, but too little, too late. It's probably the way that we see it. Great performance there from Tyler Marriott.
Yeah, I've got a draw.
Because of the one punch. Last punch wins.
Yeah, good little performance from a 3-year layoff there. He found his rhythm nice and early, got into it, landed some good shots to the body and head, but congratulations as well to Dale Arrowsmith, who now goes 144 and only 6 defeats. If my judging is right, if I'm right and radio's wrong.
Did they in fact take a point in that round for what was called a low blow? So, all right.
It'll be like 59-64 maybe, because I don't think Arrowsmith won a run around.
I still don't think he won the round, so they might have drawn it off 9-9. Yeah, 59-54.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds of boxing, we go to the referee scorecard. The ringside referee scores the bout 59-54. And your winner, still undefeated, Tyler Marriott.
The camera's behind you. Tyler, congratulations on your win. You moved to 5-0 tonight. Few years out of the ring. How does it feel to be back in there?
Fantastic. I was really excited. Nervous, obviously, but that's good. It means I care. I do. Yeah, just really happy I'm back and looking to push on.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you faced a really durable opponent in Dale Arrowsmith. You know, he's close to 150 fights on his record. What were some of the things that you were trying to do to get him to open up?
A couple of times you see I tried pulling his guard down. He was very tight, very quick on his feet. You can see maybe I could have been a bit sharper and stood back when he fell in. But apart from that, I just do what the coaches asked, and I thought I'd done a right performance.
What I noticed and I loved was that ring presence, keeping that pressure without even throwing. And when you did throw, it's cruel intentions. Now, some of the stuff I saw you doing, like the angles of your feet and both hands, it's more reminiscent of somebody that's had more bouts than you have. Now, it's going to be a bit cheeky, but is there any boxer that you've got your sights set on?
To box myself? No one in mind. I'm just, whoever's put in front of me, that's who I box.
Great stuff.
Listen, 5-0, few years out, you've made your appearance back in the ring, got that ring rust off. What is next for Tyler Marriott?
That's all down to my team and manager, but I believe we've got a show in November, end of November. That's what I'll finish the year strong on that. But I'm not announcing anything just yet. I'm going to enjoy my night and announce that soon.
Well, listen, congratulations. Great to see you back, and we look forward to seeing what you do next.
Thank you. Just shout out To my team, thank you very much. To everyone who spent their money and come support me tonight, that means a lot. 3 years out, and I've done really good tickets. And all my sponsors and everything, it means the world. Thank you very much.